Jesus believed in Noah's flood. That should be enough support for a Christian to believe it also, no matter how unreasonable it sounds. But can it be shown mathematically that Noah's flood was actually a reasonable event? We're answering the question, is Noah's flood a lie? The Bible is very clear about Noah's flood. The Bible states Noah's flood was a real, worldwide flood, which killed all air-breathing life outside the ark. The Bible describes an event so destructive that it even killed all the birds. The Bible says, "And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle and of beast, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man, all in whose nostrils was the breath of life, of all that was in the dry land died. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark." The Bible is also very clear that only 8 people entered the ark and survived Noah's flood. The Bible says, "And Noah went in, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him into the ark, because of the waters of the flood." Of these 8 people, only 6 had children after Noah's flood. And the Bible says, "And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. These are the 3 sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread." Jesus believed Noah existed and believed in Noah's flood. The Bible says, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came, and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." Jesus recalls the days of Noah and what people were doing when the flood happened. Jesus is recounting actual events. According to Jesus, Noah's flood is not a lie or a fantasy. The skeptic, however, asks the question, how could only 6 people populate the entire earth with over 7 billion people in only a few thousand years? That's impossible. By using population growth rates for the earth, we can actually answer that question. We can actually determine if it's possible or not. In fact, mathematics allows us to impartially determine the answer. This question has a mathematical solution, and we can do the math. We know from the chronology of the Bible that Noah's flood happened in 2319 BC. We can calculate the growth rate of the biblical account from 6 people to the real population of the earth. That growth rate is 0.00764. Is that doable? Is that growth rate doable? Let's compare it to real growth rates of the world population. The real growth rate from 1 AD to 2007 AD was 0.00154. The real growth rate from 1750 AD to 2007 AD was 0.00821. As can be seen, the biblical growth rate is in the middle of the range of real world population growth rates. Therefore, the biblical growth rate is possible. In fact, the biblical growth rate from 6 people to billions is not only possible, it's reasonable and realistic. It fits perfectly into the historical population counts. All the mathematics is shown in the book, The Generations of Noah. Check it out and verify the math. Also, check out the real life-size replica of Noah's Ark in Kentucky in the United States. It can be found at the website arkencounter.com. God destroyed the world by water in the past. In the future, God will destroy the world by fire. Are you in an ark which is fireproof? Do you want more information? Read the book, The Generations of Noah. It's available at the website, BibleSite.com. The ark of our salvation is Jesus.